What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about, again, the importance of keeping out your AC drain tube cleaned out. Now, it is the summertime, so that AC will be used often, but you guys got to keep that AC drain tube cleaned out. Check out this 22 4Runner right here. The front floor carpet is already developing mold. The all-weather floor mat is soaked with water. Now, this is something that is preventable, but by the time you catch it, if you neglect this service, it will be pretty costly to fix. The good news is, in this video, I will also show you how to clean out the AC drain tube yourself if you have one of these body style 4Runner. First thing you want to do on the passenger floor, get access to this little cover right here on the side, easy to remove. And then there's going to be this lower kick panel cover right underneath the glove box. You're going to want to remove that as well. As you can see, it's all soaking wet. So what happens is that drain tube gets clogged up. As you can see that rubber tube running down, and you can see a little water drip coming from the evaporator case. So like I was saying, once that tube right here gets clogged up with mildew and dirt debris that builds up inside of the evaporator case, the water that condenses inside of the evaporator no longer has a path to the outside floor. As you can see, once I remove that rubber hose, you can see there's still excess water built up inside of the evaporator case. So once that water has nowhere to go, it eventually fills that evaporator case and it starts leaking through the seams of the case itself. And then the seams, of course, that allows the water to drip on your front floor. Now, it will be happening in the background and you don't even know it. By the time you do realize it, it's because there's already been an excess water leaking over time and it's actually making its way on top of the carpet. So by the time you realize it, honestly, it's actually too late. So you want to try to be proactive and get on top of this. The sooner the better. By the time you realize it, costly repair. So just take preventative maintenance and it's real easy to get to, as you can see. So here's how you actually clean the case. You could either use a Q-tip if you're doing this at home. Me, I like to use a zip tie because the zip tie is pretty flexible and allows me to really get in there. So I'm going to take the zip tie. First, I'm going to try to break down the chunks that might be left inside of the evaporator case. So I go through the drain tube opening and I'm just going to shove the zip tie in there. Just try to break it up just in case there's still little chunks in there. Now, I could have easily just blown it out with shop air, but I don't want all that excess debris to be blown back inside of the case. So I like to take the zip tie first and try to break it all down just in case. And it's really easy. You just want to go in and out. Like I said, you could do this with a Q-tip as well. Just don't leave it in there. Now next, with a little bit of shop air, and you could either get one of those compressed air in a can. If you guys can just stop at your local auto parts store, that would work as well. So you want to take the shop air, blow down inside of that drain tube just to force all the excess mildew and debris that's already in there out towards the front floor. And as you can see, for me to do this, guys, it didn't take much to remove these plastic components inside of the car. So this could save you thousands of dollars. Now, unfortunately, this customer elected to just have the AC drain tube cleaned out. So they don't want to proceed with getting the carpet removed or getting their insurance involved. They want to try to just open the car when on a sunny day and just let it air dry. So as you can see, you could take the shop air and blow it in there as well. But if there's mildew build up in there, you're just going to blow it all back inside of the evaporator case. Now, all that water on the front floor, you see there, that's what's supposed to happen. The water is supposed to be routed outside. So after we unclog the drain tube, that is the excess water that was actually still in the case. And it finally was able to drain out. And that's what you're looking at underneath the 4Runner. So let's remove the carpet and continue to assess the damage that was done. And this little pink substance right here is what actually builds up inside of that drain tube. And then over time, it clogs up the drain, and that's how we end up in this situation. Now, once we remove the all-weather floor mat, you can see how soaked and drenched that front floor carpet is. Now, all this is happening underneath the carpet while the water is just getting there, but you as a customer have no idea until it starts overflowing at the top. So that's why it's good to get ahead of this repair and then, even if you give your car service, just ask the dealer tech, hey, can you just blow out the drain tube for me for about $20 or so? Or if you want to do it yourself, as you can see in this video, it's not much to it. So let me remove the scuff plates and so you guys can get a better visual on how this AC drain tube is routed. You don't need to do all of this if you're just blowing it out from the previous step that I showed you. But if you really want to see how this system is set up, you're going to need to pull back that carpet. So first thing I'm going to want to do actually is reconnect the AC drain tube. That's another thing too. While you're doing this cleaning, it's important to reconnect that AC drain tube. You don't want to just leave it disconnected because you'll be back, to square one where water is just dripping right on your front floor carpet. So that drain tube needs to be reconnected. And as you can see, it runs alongside the firewall all the way down and routes the water outside. So under normal situation, water is supposed to be routed outside of the car. And as you can see, it's really nothing much holding it on. And you see that pink mildew substance again? That's what we saw on the plastic trim panel earlier. So you want to, again, if you're going to remove this hose, make sure you reroute it back outside, because otherwise you'll have a free-flowing water ending up on your front floor carpet. So as you can see, guys, not much to it. Take proactive steps and get this maintenance service done, add it to your routine maintenance. Look at that. So this customer, like I said, elected to not have the carpet replaced and cleaned out and do a little mold treatment. So actually, it's just going to continue to spread. Don't let this be you, guys. Be proactive. I hope you found this video informative. And if you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. As always, thanks for watching.